the storm.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's get to that.
Aaron's doing a good job running these cameras, by the way. He wakes me up over there. I'm like, I'm not.
It's
what
not
am I
my
doing
time
around here?
yet.
He's like,
It's not
"Oh, you
my-
should come do the weather."
It's not my turn, he said.
No, I was waiting. I was waiting behind patiently. But let's get to it. We got a lot to talk about. Let's start with. Oh, wait, a time. Can we do the time lapse? No. Whatever. If we can do the time lapse, throw it up there. If we can't, that's just fine. We'll start with the radar and show you what's going on. Okay, let's get to the radar here, and there's plenty of action storm-wise out there right now. What's interesting about this storm is it's still sitting off to our west. Now, as it comes throughout the day tomorrow, the chance for showers will go up. So what we get tonight is some of these showers die off a bit, although, especially across the east side of the state, you guys are going to continue to get wet. Wait till I show you some of the numbers across eastern New Mexico, and then tomorrow we'll ramp it back up again. But what we had here in the metro area earlier were just bands of showers that would come up from the south here and just continue to track on through. We got all that hail and then another band later on in the evening. So how did we do here in the metro area? Really well. Out on the west side, about a 1/4 inch. Up in Rio Rancho, more than that. Foothills, 0.83 inches. In the Heights, 0.72. Sunport, 3/4 of an inch. And down in the valley, about 3/4 of an inch. So this was a very good day for rain. And remember, the record for the date is 0.45 inches, so we easily beat that at the Sunport. As far as the statewide look, a couple of numbers I'd keep a close eye on. Obviously, we mentioned the Albuquerque number, but look at Clovis. This is crazy. Almost 5 inches of rain today alone. They have flooding issues in Clovis as we speak. They also had a thunderstorm which was capable of producing a tornado just outside of town. Didn't end up doing it, but still, unbelievable stuff there. Tucumcari closing in on an inch of rain. We're also looking at some good numbers around Gallup. We haven't seen as much around Durango, Farmington, and Cortez, but we have another chance for tomorrow. So some good numbers there. In the metro area, we're 57 degrees, winds out of the south, 13 miles an hour. Wind gusts to 18. As far as those temperatures go, 40s and 50s for the most part across the north. Down to the south, temperatures 40s, 50s, and 60s. Looking at the satellite and radar, you can see our storm. It's right here. Now, is it particularly powerful? No. In fact, this storm's kind of interesting. Sort of a baggy, kind of weak storm that comes through here. But what it's doing a good job of is it's got some moisture in place to work with. And effectively what it's done is bring a few weather disturbances with it. Now, what we usually like to see are those big bowling ball storms that come in. Powerful storms, big, a lot of lift, and they grab the air we have at the surface and turn it into rain and snow. But that's not what we have in this case. What we really have here is a storm that's coming in a few pieces. So as the trough sets up to our west, we fire a couple weather disturbances through the state, and that fuels the thunderstorms. It happened today. It's going to happen again for tomorrow. But when you've got good moisture in place across the state, it doesn't take a whole lot. So we get some lift from these weather disturbances. The moisture at the surface, it still works the same way, but given the moisture that we've got, we're really doing a pretty good job at cranking up some rain. But we're also doing a very good job at cranking up the hail. So what's going on here? Well, what we've got is a nice layer of cold air above the surface. So as we get those strong thunderstorms and we get those updrafts, that basically vacuum cleaner effect into the thunderstorm, as it draws the moisture up and our hailstones up, the stronger the updraft, the more it pushes the hailstones into that cold air, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, strong updrafts can hold bigger pieces of hail, and then eventually they get too heavy for the storm and drop their way out. We saw that in extreme eastern New Mexico. But here in the metro area, we had more of the pea-sized hail. So the updrafts, not as strong, but still pretty effective at drawing up enough moisture and getting those hailstones going. Smaller hailstones, but they still fell across most of the city here, and in some areas it was really impressive. So today's hail setup was very good. Now tomorrow's hail setup, not going to be quite as good, and I don't think we're going to see as many severe thunderstorms, but across a good area of the state we had hail covering the ground, and in some cases it was big hail, and in the metro, a little smaller hail. Let's go region by region across the area here where we anticipate pretty good chance for showers across the Northwest Plateau. 58 in Durango, 56 Pagosa Springs, and 63 in Alamosa. Chance for showers continues into Wednesday before backing off. Widespread storms across places like Farmington, Dulce, and Cuba for tomorrow. And then Wednesday into Thursday, the shot at showers starts to back off. Over to the southwest, mostly cloudy, scattered storms out there will be a possibility, especially over some of the elevated terrain. Over to the southeast, we've got scattered storms on the docket here for tomorrow, but I don't think we're going to see as many severe storms, which is actually not such a bad thing. And in places like Clovis, we don't get too much more rain because we've already, again, closing in on 5 inches of rain there. Northeast, good chance for storms again for tomorrow, as you can see. Northern Mountains, another good day to pick up some more storms. And, we're going to talk about this throughout the week, but it's starting to look more and more like we are looking at a very condensed and maybe a pretty quiet fire season. 60 Cedar Crest, 62 Sandia Park, and 62 in Edgewood. Meanwhile, over into the metro area, increasing clouds. So we may get a few sun breaks tomorrow morning, and then we'll get the clouds in the afternoon, and the shot at showers will be with us once again. It's not going to be over the top rain, but again, we'll get a chance to get some going here, and anything we can get's an improvement. And by the way, you guys, not only do we set a record today for rain, we're now ahead for the year, and we're also ahead for the month. So things looking very, very good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good news. Mark, thank you.
We'll be